upon my face. I got so much time, but at the same time, so little time to waste. For me, don't get stressed up and lose my face. Just move easy. Me not in no race, no me. Don't get stressed up and blow me top. Just come with that one drop. Me tell them man pull it up. Yes, I want my time in the sun, lying on a beach with sense to burn. Not had to hate, not had to run. Tell them that the lion soon come. It's been a long time coming, but me tell you soon come.
Hi, I've come here to New Battle Abbey College in Midlothian. It's about 14 miles south of Edinburgh, to tell you about Hello Poetry. Now, this place, with its absence of a blue plaque to note it, is actually quite important in the history of Scottish poetry. In the 1970s, a poet by the name of Edwin Muir was the head of the college, and many men and women, writers and poets, came here to benefit not only from his tutelage, but also to learn from visiting poets, guests such as Seamus Heaney, Edwin Morgan, Ian Crichton-Smith, Hugh McDermott and Norman McCaig, amongst others. In fact, one of Muir's students was a shy Arcadian poet called George Mackay Brown. Now, if these names put together chime a bell of recognition in your mind, it's for a good reason. These people and others would later be referred to as a collective group, known then and now nationally as the Rose Street Poets. So, what does this have to do with Hello Poetry? The Rose Street Poets themselves were not an exclusive group. People, other artists, came and went amongst the collective. The important thing was, they consisted of many different styles. They met and talked, formed a network, inspired one another and others, and enriched not only their communities, but the wider world as well. Now, imagine we could form such a collective these days, where modern technology allows us to communicate far and wide with one another. Hello Poetry hopes to become that starting point, that network hub, our metaphorical and metaphysical Rose Street. What Hello Poetry is to become is a not-for-profit organisation with free membership, aside the price of a stamp, which will fundraise through grants and art funds for the collective, funding not only the annual tour, which serves as a meeting point for individuals and communities throughout the country, but indeed the wider world. But also it's hoped to fund collaborative projects that arise from that, and a book produced from the contribution of participants' work, the sales of which will go straight back into the main fund. We're creating a legacy for generations to come, just as the poets of the Rose Street Collective did for us. So, how's this going to work? I suppose that really is the most important question, and that's where you come in. After all, a collective can't be called such without like-minded people grouping together. So what can you do? How can you become a part of this? Well, first of all, to become a not-for-profit organisation, we need members. To become a member, and this is where the price of a stamp comes in, is to send a letter, the address is on your screen now, or an email, stating simply, I would like to become a member of Hello Poetry. And that's it. And membership is completely free. Secondly, the tour. Now this, despite our being called Hello Poetry, is open not only to poets, but also to writers, musicians and artists of all natures, mediums and styles. The purpose of a tour is to take the participants to different parts of the country, not only to perform their work, but to also to experience the different voices and styles of those places. Not only will this be made available free to the world through our YouTube channel, but all participants will submit a piece to an annual, a book of their collected works and experience, and the sale of this will go on to fund the collaborations amongst our members as well as the following year's tour. The great thing about a tour is that people taking part not only gain a memorable experience, but that we all get to meet face to face, and that has got to be the best part of a collective. The way the tour is conducted is that Hello Poetry will link up with partner events. Our first 2 dates of the 2012 tour, for example, were hosted by Soapbox in Edinburgh and Demented Eloquence in Aberdeen. But we will also be putting on our own events across the country. These will culminate in an all-star finale where poets and performers from throughout the tour will perform in a secret location to the host city to the host city audience in a sort of gala night celebration. With the tour, unlike a majority of poetry events where you have to be specifically booked to perform, you have to put yourself forward. Regardless of whether you're a bedroom bard or a published poet, we want you to be part of this. If you're holding events throughout April and May and would like poets to join you, we'd love to hear from you. If you're a writer, artist, musician or poet, then you can be part of this exciting and ambitious project. We invite all and we include all. If you have a voice, words, idea, art, we want to help present it to the world. Make it a more beautiful, hopeful place through our collective creativity. I don't know what we will become, but I know that we can make this world a little bit better together through just being prepared to start to say one little word to one another. Hello. So I invite you to become part of Hello Poetry. At the moment you can join our Facebook group, come to one of our free events, or watch the recording here on YouTube. You can become a member by voluntary association, and soon our Portal Hub site will be available online to you too. We hope to unite people through poetry throughout this country and the world, and I hope that you will become part of this.